Hi everyone, I'm Alan.
And I'm Everly.
And we are
the Dueling Racers.
It's great to see everybody. Thanks for tuning into this video. Today we are going to be going over
our top 10 roller coasters in the world.
Everly says in the world because we've been to some theme parks
Outside of America.
outside of the US. Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
So Everly, why don't we start? We're going to go from 10 all the way down to 1. And Everly will start with her number 10. Go ahead.
So my number 10 is Mako in SeaWorld Orlando. I think that's my 10 because I like those airtime hills, and it is just such a good ride. I feel like that brings Orlando all together.
Yeah, I think it's the tallest roller coaster in Orlando. Yeah, so that's super neat. And I like how it's like right next to the water, right? You do that first drop. I don't even have Mako in my top 10, to be honest. But no, it is a really good ride. Cool. For me, number 10 is Red Force there in Ferrari Land, or right there next to Portaventura in near Barcelona, Spain. I love that ride. That first launch, I think it's like 110 or 111 miles an hour, and you go up 379 feet. We went on it. We have a like a POV of the ride.
Yeah.
Really screams a lot in that for sure. So.
My number 9 is Pipeline at SeaWorld Orlando.
Yeah.
I like that because I just like how the feeling or like the seat whenever it moves up, because you're on a surfboard or whatever, and those hills just make it better.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's just a good ride.
I think it's the only one in the whole world. Yeah. So yeah, Pipeline is a good ride. All right, number 9 for me is Tatsu. I really like Tatsu there at Six Flags Magic Mountain. The flying coaster, you'll see when we go. We're gonna be going there here really soon, but Tatsu has this great pretzel loop. I like it better than Manta at SeaWorld Orlando, to be honest. All right, cool. What about your number 8, Everly?
My number 8 is SheiKra in Busch Gardens.
Yeah, that's a good ride. That's probably my favorite dive coaster to date.
Yeah.
Doesn't make my top 10 though.
But I just like it because that second drop into that little building looking thing,
Yeah.
it just felt really cool.
For me, my number 8 is gonna be the Iron Rattler at Six Flags Fiesta, Texas. Let's go ahead and move on to number 7. Go ahead, Everly.
My 7th is Manta at SeaWorld Orlando. I like it because that pretzel loop, it just feels super cool. My dad doesn't like it, but it blows my mind how they made that.
I know, it's so different because instead of you being upside down at the top, you're upside down at the bottom. You'll see on Tatsu. I think Tatsu will knock off Manta. To be honest, I think that's what will happen. So my number 7 is Twisted Colossus there at Six Flags Magic Mountain. That is a really great dueling coaster. But yeah, it's a great ride. You're gonna love it.
My number 6 is Shambhala at Portaventura. I feel like it's just a super smooth ride, and that first drop is just so mind-blowing. Those airtime hills are just the best.
It's made.
But I like it better than Mako.
I agree. For me, Shambhala is better. I also think it's because we've been on the Shambhala maybe 5 times. While Mako, I think we've been on it twice or 3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, so not as many. Number 6 is going to be X2 there at Magic Mountain. I know I've had 3 rides here in my top 10 there at Magic Mountain. Obviously, that theme park has something like 18 or 19 roller coasters. I'm excited for you to go check them out. But yeah, for me, X2 is great. I think for a lot of people, it ranks higher on their list. Obviously, being a 4th dimensional coaster, it's pretty rare. There's only 2 in the world. So X2, and then the other one I think is in Japan.
My 5th is Red Force in Ferrari Land in Spain. That was the most terrifying ride I've ever been on.
That's for sure.
Yep, it was super scary. I just screamed the whole time, and whenever we were at the top, my dad was like, I think I was closing my eyes, and you're like, look! And I was just on top of the world, and I saw everything. It was so scary. I
went to Portaventura when I was a kid, and I didn't ride any rides. I was scared, and this girl's been on the Shambhala, the Dragon Con, the Furious Baco, Uncharted, Red Force, all when you were 10 years old. It's wild. Great. For me, number 5, we're staying in that part of the world, is Shambhala. Again, we don't need to elaborate a little bit more as to why it's such a great ride, but it is, I think, for me, the standout and the pinnacle of what B&M really stands for and who they are. And one of the reasons why they're one of my favorite manufacturers is because of Shambhala. So, cool. Everly, number 4, you ready?
My number 4 is Iron Gwazi in Busch Gardens, Tampa Bay. My favorite part about that ride is the first drop in the stall, because I didn't know like there was gonna be like a part where you're just upside down for like a minute, not a minute, like a second
or two,
yeah, like more than a second. Because my dad, I asked what's a stall, and he was like, oh, it's where you stop or like brake. I was like, oh, okay. No, it just continued. I was like, what just happened? And that part where you like outside.
The Outer Bank, yeah.
That is so cool.
Yeah, that is super neat. Yeah, we were in line for Iron Gwazi. Iron Gwazi for me is number 4 as well on my list. But Iron Gwazi, we were in line and they kept showing the video of like the run, and I was like, don't look, no spoilers for Everly, no spoilers. And I was like, Everly, there's a stall. And then Everly's like, what is that? And I'm like, we're just gonna stop, without obviously knowing that the stall is like a complete upside down, which the same thing on Twisted Colossus.
Yeah.
RMC is a top manufacturer in the world. Yeah, Iron Gwazi is next level for sure. Cool. Will you take us to number 3 then?
My number 3 is Velocicoaster, Islands of Adventure. I like the top hat and the part where we did that corkscrew over the water.
Yeah, the Montosaurus roll or something. Yeah, it's super neat.
It was so cool.
Yeah, that is a great ride.
And that was my first top hat roller coaster I've been on.
Yeah, that was so neat. Yeah, I remember when we went. That was fun. For me, number 3 is we're moving to another Universal park, Epic Universe. My number 3 is Stardust Racers. And I think the reason why Stardust Racers isn't higher on my list is because it's like on that border of like adult, late teenage kind of ride, where obviously I think you guys can come to conclusion that for me, the next coaster, number 2, is Velocicoaster, and I like Velocicoaster a little bit better. The theming for it, for me, is a lot better. You have the rafters everywhere, the launches, that top hat. I mean, it's amazing, yeah. And then there's a huge stall on Velocicoaster as well. It does that huge stall over the entrance, yeah. Like when you're walking, you can look above you and there's that big stall. I mean, it's holding. You didn't realize it? No. Oh my God.
But now y'all are probably guessing my second is Stardust Racers.
It's fair.
I love it so much. I really hope we go back to Epic. I love that. I like it a little bit better because I feel like it's kind of longer.
Okay.
And like the launches are kind of like fast.
Okay, more intense? Sure, yeah.
And I like that part where we're like under like the station.
Yeah.
We're under it and then like we just get smoke and the like,
yeah,
and then the top hat, and then
yeah. And then also it's dueling.
It's dueling.
So yeah, of course we would both love it. Ladies and gentlemen, drum roll. Everly, what is your number 1 roller coaster?
Iron Rattler at Six Flags Fiesta, Texas.
Amazing. We were down there, what, like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
It is an amazing ride. It's our first roller coaster of 2026, which I think is super neat. What a way to start the year. But yeah, tell us a little bit more why you love Iron Rattler.
I like it because whenever we were filming it, whenever we were trying to like film, so basically we were in line and we were like about to get on it, and my dad starts filming it, and I'm like super embarrassed because it was our first time like filming in the ride. And I was like, stop, Dad, no. And I was just so scared because I didn't want to be really embarrassed because people were looking at us.
Yeah.
And I get embarrassed really easily. But also I love it because of that first drop is just unbelievable. And that one off the wall.
The quarry wall,
Yeah. And then the corkscrew.
Yeah, that like, it's like either a 0G gravity roll or the corkscrew to get up to the quarry wall is a really nice touch. Yeah, such a great ride. And for me, ladies and gentlemen, the number 1 roller coaster for me is the Gatekeeper at Cedar Point. And now I know everyone's like, what is this guy talking about? But the real reason why I liked it is because of the nostalgia behind it. So when I was a little kid in school, I used to draw in my notebooks all these different roller coasters, and I used to build them all or design them all with like these really near misses. And a lot of the roller coasters just don't have much like theming on the ride. You know, you're just like doing the ride, and the ride's great. No, and the ride is phenomenal, but the fact that this ride had those 2 columns right there, it's at the very beginning or entrance of the park. It is such a beautiful view to look at. And it just brought me back to my childhood, honestly. And when I used to like play Roller Coaster Tycoon and draw roller coasters in my notebook. And honestly, I think without me riding the Gatekeeper there at Cedar Point, we probably wouldn't have this YouTube channel, to be honest. That ride brought me back and really reminded me of my passion and my interest and how much I love riding roller coasters. Let us know what your top 10 list is below and what you think about our list.
Thank you so much for watching.
We are the Dueling Racers, traveling the world, one roller coaster at a time. I love you, Everly.
I love you.
All right.